with another video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all the Rip Right Hadith disciples, YouTubers, and viewers, welcome back to a new video or a new live on Rip Right HD. We're gonna stop going live and stop posting as much on this YouTube, so I need you guys to go over to my Twitch, sell it on the bars, and go over to my YouTube, sell it on the bars. We're gonna be going live from there, putting in some serious work, traveling all over the globe. So guys, today I got the Nordic bench with me, but I'm gonna be doing hyper extensions with the 45, and I'm gonna be doing seated leg curls with the 90 pounds, 245-pound plates. And we're just gonna max. We're just gonna start. I'm gonna be doing 10s on this side and probably 15 to 20s on this side. We're just gonna go for sets. We're not even gonna count it. Not even gonna count it. I should have brought out my my clicker, but I didn't. All right, I gotta raise this up a little bit. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're gonna go over to the curls, the seated curls, because obviously I'm doing some lower back and some quads. But y'all wanna see pull-ups, I know y'all do. 1, 2. Woo! All right, one set down, y'all. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. What's up, Moon? Rage Against the Machine. What's up, bro? Vamos. See, Emilia. Salute, bro. Yo, bless, salute. So that was the first set. We did 10 hyper extensions, back extensions on the Nordic bench. And then we did the 90-pound seated curl. Some people say you have to use weights. I don't necessarily think so. Do I? Yo, salute you in the DMV. I recently started using weights on the lower body. Especially cause I don't like barbell squats. Barbell squats and me is not good buddies. I've been in prison. I've tried barbell squats so many different occasions and I always have the same issue. So kind of like I'll do the seated weighted curls. Yo, you saw me in DC, much love. And I'll stick to the body weight. CR7 4710, what's good? So we doing hyper extension 10 and 20 on the seated curls. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna do 20 here, and then I'm gonna come through and holla at the chat if y'all got any questions. Let me know. We just a regular day in Florida, y'all. 1, 2. I'm in a bad pain here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 2 sets in. 2 sets in. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Incline dumbbell bench press, I don't really do when it comes to weighted weights on the upper body. Kind of don't do weights for the upper body. But as you can see, I got a whole weight shack in there. My bro Carson be messing with the weights every now and again. Not so much. I mean, my wife, she messed with the weights, but I only mess with her when it comes to the legs. So yeah, when I'm rocking with her sometimes, I'll do my lower bodies with weights, and she kind of got me into the seated curls. And actually the hamstring curls too. I will have to switch the weight for the hamstring curls because this weight is too big. I'll have to switch it to like the 35-pound weights. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I was born in Florida. But I could say Brooklyn because I grew up and was raised in Brooklyn from I was like 3 or 4. But my family's from Jamaica. All right, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yo, make sure, guys, y'all go over to the Twitch. Go to the Twitch. Let me give y'all some up close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's 10. Here we go. We're over here for 20. Talk to me, chat. Nah, you pull up to me. I'm only 2.5 hours from Orlando. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Come to Orlando. Nah, Mike. Gotta pull up to me. I'm 2.5 hours away. I mean, I'm 1:40 away from you. Yeah, you could get a ripstick, but you have to charge. The Twitch link is Settle It on the Bars. Bars with a Z. Ripstick is 30 in person, bro. Online, it's gonna be like 45 plus tax plus shipping, so they're gonna charge you up. Side delts, handstands, or pike push-ups. That is a tough one. I don't know why America has so many homeless people, bro. We got all this money they be talking about. California, yeah, I'll be in California January 10th and 11th. I'm hosting a calisthenics competition in Cali at what is called LA Expo. Yo, bro, yeah, come and see me, Mike. No freaky. The brothers, y'all only 1:40 from me, yo. You could drive up with Shred Fitness in them. They gonna pop up on me soon. Yeah, pop up with Shred Fitness. They know where we at. They know where we at, bro. Here we go for some lower body work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boy, that's so good for lower back and hamstrings. You don't understand. You don't understand. That right there for lower back and hamstrings is a game changer. That joint is a game changer. Woo! Look, I'm almost fulling. Here we go, seated curls. Been doing these, I told you, ever since I started training with my wife. She does heavy weighted squats. We've been doing calf raises, different things. So she incorporates the weights, so I've been rocking her with the weights. So I've been doing some barbell squats, but it's not like before. 225 used to be easy for me now. Woo! And just how the barbell just feels on my back, bro, is no freaky. I might have to start going the route of using that pad, bro. Pause. I'm gonna be looking crazy using the pad. Bro, you see I'm Muslim, so I can't really show my legs, but bro, them legs is shredded. Yeah, we do pull-ups, man. We do a lot of pull-ups as calisthenic athlete. If you start working out, what's the best workout for basketball? That's crazy because I just got 2 basketball hoops from a company. I gotta do a promo for them. Yo, and bands is hard as hell, right? I know that. The best workout for basketball, bro, I would say stick to them burpees, man, and that cardio. Yes, I was in prison. I was in prison before Islam, and I ended up catching 2 cases after I became Muslim. You need the belt for your order. Go on my website. It's called Rip Right HD. You're gonna get a belt just like this. We got a few of them in stock. It's called a sweat belt. If you say calisthenics or weights, which one is the best? I'm gonna tell you calisthenics. Reason being because you can do calisthenics anytime, anywhere, and it stays with you. If you hear that a lot, yo, calisthenics stays with you. I am telling you, I could stop doing pull-ups for 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and come back like I never left. I mean, I'll be breaking in the later sets, but I'll still have that clean muscle up and everything. Inshallah. How to stay consistent with diet? Oh, that's a difficult one. You can't ask me that because I don't diet. I don't diet. But I know how I stay consistent with calisthenics, with anything in life. I just set up barriers to the point where, not barriers, it's almost like goals or whatever you want to call it. For example, I wanted to make a living off of fitness. And I wanted to make that living, you know, fun as well, because obviously you want to have fun doing what you love, right? So what I did was I quit my job and I only had $3,000 saved. $3,000. Now I knew I had to go hard on YouTube, go hard on Instagram, go hard on every social media platform in order to make money. So I set a barrier, I set a goal, I set a boundary, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the word for it, but I put something in place that if I didn't be consistent with working out, with posting content, that I wouldn't be able to eat. Plain and simple. When I purchased this property, this was supposed to be a headquarters for the whole Rip Right team. Still is. Unfortunately, only one Rip came with me, no freaky. But what I did was I purchased $10,000 worth of pull-up bars before I brought the property. And that company said, yo, we only are able to hold your pull-up bars for one entire year. We can hold it for a year. After that, you're going to have to you're going to have to come get this, or we're going to sell it, and we're not going to refund you your money. So because we wanted a property to be the Rip Right headquarters, and we wanted it to be a content house, I purchased bars for the house before I brought the house. I knew that if I didn't get that house and grind and work hard for that property, that I would lose $10,000 worth of bars. So I put that in place, and that's how I was able to be consistent with grinding, saving up, and purchasing this property. So when it comes to staying consistent with your diet, you gotta put something in place that's gonna make you be consistent. Make it easy for you to stick to the diet, bro. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the name of the game, bro. If you want to be consistent at anything, set things in place that's going to allow you to be consistent, or make it easier for you to be consistent. For you with your diet, maybe it's sweets. Possibly, listen, I can't have no sweet unless I eat this, that, and the third. And the sweets that I'm gonna have, that I'm rewarded for eating all the stuff that I don't like, that don't taste good, that sweet is also healthy, but it's gonna curve my sweet tooth. That's something that you might have to do. When is the last time I got sick? Hard to say, because I got allergies, and they consider allergy sickness, and that comes periodically with me, no freaky. Like I'll wake up and just be stuffy, sneezing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brother, you're God's chosen. Read the Bible. Why would I read the Bible? The Bible, we don't believe it to be 100% authentic. My max push-ups, maybe 75 or 80. Allergies is definitely the worst. Nah, black people get sick all the time, bro. I don't know what you talking about. You mistaken. I'm keep hearing this 67, and I found out. I thought it was a meme because they was, you know, they kept dropping that 67. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, the sun is good. We in Florida, Sunshine State. We getting to it. No upper body today. You have a week back, then do this. Do this. Do hyperextensions. You can do this off the bed. Reverse hyperextensions with your legs. Off the bed, off the couch. I just got a machine to do it, which is cool. Yeah, that 67 is nutty. My max dip was around 65, I think. And that's crazy because if it's that high with my dips, then my push should be a little bit higher, because dips is more difficult than push. Yes. That lower back ain't no game. Yo, guys, I'm telling you now, go over to my Twitch. Sell it on the bars. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go to O Block and do 1,000 push-ups with O Block, the dangerous city in the US. Probably or close to it. Probably not no more. Still go down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boy, them 90s is cooking. Yeah, I became Muslim in on Rikers Island. How to cut weight, stomach fat. You can't really pinpoint or target where you're gonna drop the weight at. But how you drop weight in general, stop eating. 319 pounds, started doing push-ups and squats every day. As of Friday, and I'm on a carnivore diet. Yo, that carnivore diet, listen to him, that carnivore diet will do it. I'm not saying because I've done it, I'm saying because I've witnessed multiple people do it. My bro said he was a powerlifter, had a silly gut, but he was deadlifting all this type of weight. He went on a carnivore diet. And bro, he got slim trim bicycle rim. Rip, you inspired me to start my first YouTube channel. Keep changing lives, brother. Much love. Much love, you know that. I'm 40 years old, about to be 41 in January. Tight hips, you gotta stretch. Your hips, you gotta stretch. Bro, you gotta stretch. I'm a victim of not stretching. Because I used to be a person that I started off stretching. That was my thing. I'm talking about stretching 15, 20 minutes, hours at a time sometime. Ballistic stretching, static stretching. Man, I had got so good, I was splitting, I was doing it all, no freaky. Much love to Brooklyn. I don't know how many sets we in, but as I said, we just gonna spam this joint. 10 lower back extensions with the 45 pounds and 20 weighted seat curls. What stretches I recommend? It's hard to say. I just know how to do the stretches. Because this all abductors, hip flexors, all of that. You know the one when you go like this, no freaky, and go all the way down with your knees, pause. That really opens up the hips. And if I was you, I would just go on YouTube or ChatGPT, bro. Use your phone and say, what are the best stretches for hip and ab abductors, right? I said ab abductors. And what you need to do also for that lower back is if you don't got waist, you don't got this, you could do the reverse hyper extensions, or you can do the Supermans while you're laying down, raising your hands, laying on your stomach, raising your hands and your feet off the floor, holding it 5-10 seconds at a time. That works. I even spoke to Akeem about that, but what's crazy is I used to do that. Watching from Dubai, London, tapped in, salute. Age, I'm 40, about to be 41. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh! Bro, that right there for the lower back and the hamstrings is crazy. It's crazy. Seated curls now. I don't want to call nobody Siri. Mind your business. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 20 seated curls. Woo! Guys, IRL streaming pull-ups for me. Both are good, yeah, but if you ask me push-up or pull-up, I'm gonna tell you pull-up. If you ask me dip or push-up, I'm gonna tell you push-up. If you say muscle-up or pull-up, I'm gonna say pull-up. If you say muscle-up or dip, I'm gonna say muscle-up. If you say muscle-up or push-up, I'm gonna say muscle-up. My favorite exercise is pull-up. Second is muscle-ups. You were 75 kg, now 87 kg. Now I bulk, but it's hard. Any advice? Yeah, what are you doing bulking? Bro, you're not gonna find a 90-year-old that's 240 pounds, 250. Bro, everybody that's older or lighter, the older you get, you're gonna have to start shredding that weight. Whether you think that weight is muscle or fat. Much love, bro. I don't train every day, but I've done trained. There was times where I've went 30, 40 days straight. Different challenges where I was training. Much love, Muhammad. May the one you love me for love you. Ameen. Iban Muhammad, Hayak Allah. I weigh 95 kg and I want to do calisthenics. Can I? Of course you can. Anybody can do calisthenics. You can start on the wall doing your push-ups and then start lowering it and lowering it. Much love, bro. I appreciate you. How many pull-ups a day to reach muscle up? That all depends on, you can be doing pull-ups, but your pull-ups are super slow. So if you do 300-400 pull-ups a day, but they're super slow, you're never gonna reach the muscle up with that type of speed unless you're trying to slow muscle up. And nobody goes from pull-ups to slow muscle up. They usually go from pull-ups to fast muscle ups, then from fast muscle ups to slow muscle ups. So in order to get your pull-ups, you know, to a certain point, you got to start doing speed pull-ups, pulling fast on the pull-up, pulling high on the pull-up, and working on that. I'm 6'3", 115 kg. Can I do calisthenics? Hassan, yes, you can. Okay, I said, I'm 11. What is a good start for me? Push-ups, bro. Push-ups is the perfect start for everybody. Heaviest you ever been, 150 pounds. Do you guys support Palestine? Of course we do. No, I do not fast every day, but right now I'm basically doing a fasted workout. What's your opinion on burpees? That's one of the best calisthenic movements you can do in your entire career. If you master the burpee and the cardiovascular aspect of calisthenics, you will become a beast. Yes, I'm from America. My family's from Jamaica. Rip, can you show the people what type of food you eat or some type of meal plan? Yes, I can show you what I eat. Bro, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 1 day break. Is it good? Yes, it's good, depending on what level you're trying to reach. Movement is medicine. As long as you're moving, you're grooving. As long as you're moving, you're grooving. Once that 100 becomes so easy and you're doing that 100 so fast and so quickly, then you're gonna have to increase. Or you can just keep doing that and don't gain, but you're just gonna maintain. The whole aspect of working out, I got all these bars and I'm frozen. There's 520 people in the chat, only 126 likes. My chat went from 527 all the way down to 250. YouTube froze me. That was the most people in the chat at once, 527. I'm telling you, y'all. 6, 7. Rock with me. Once we get on Twitch, because we already on Twitch, but I'm saying once we start that live stream, it's gonna go crazy. Much love. Yeah, Mo is my guy. Yeah, you could train at a gym in Germany if you like. No, I can't do planche. Yeah, you didn't glaze me. Yeah, you didn't glaze me and watch me work. You just was, shout out to Rip. And the other Rip watched me work. Just shout out to the bros. They working. You know, Akeem definitely was tight about that loss. That's the bro. Faster worker is definitely the best way to shred. No, I don't do any boxing. Much love. I appreciate you. I don't consider myself the GOAT. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uzbekistan. Wa alaikum salam. All right, here we go. Back to the lower back. Woo! 226 in the chat, only 139 likes. Get to them likes, y'all. Bangladesh, wa alaikum salam. Ah! Ha! Ha! 1. Ha! 2. Ha! 3. Ha! 4. Ha! 5. Ha! 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! 457 in the chat. Let's get it up to 600. The second most so far today in the chat. Back to 291. But we working. (6'5). Do you think it's too tall to be a crazy endurance athlete? It's tough, bro. It's tough. Your limb length, you can do it. You can be tough. But bro, you're gonna have to train extra hard. Extra. You're gonna have to get to places where they got tall pull-up bars like mine. 13 feet pull-up bar. That's the spots you need to train comfortably. And to be in these battles with these shorter guys, on those short pull-up bars, it ain't gonna work for you. It's gonna go against you. I see my guy, I think he's 6'4". And at one time, bro, he was doing weighted sets. He was doing, I was a revert. He was doing all kind of sets. I don't use any drugs. And it was crazy, not even in Jahiliyyah. Back on the time before Islam, I wasn't using drugs. Bro, this on Belive, Be Alive, I don't know what that is. Yes, it's super important to train lower back. That's what I'm doing right now. As a calisthenic athlete, it is very difficult to constantly get that lower back. So as you can see, I'm out here attacking lower back right now. Like just with calisthenics alone, we kind of neglect the lower back unless you like a static athlete. Usually the static athletes is gonna be doing planche, although it's good for posterior, for delts, you know, anterior delts. You gotta remember to keep your legs off the floor in that planche. That's lower back. Front lever, that's lower back. So those static athletes, you know, train a lot more lower back than the regular endurance athletes. Ah. 4, that's why I'm out here doing this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower back, lower body.